Hi everybody, it's Amy at Crafty Cat, and I am here today to show you I have two new digital downloads in my Etsy shop for Christmas. So these will probably be the only ones I'll do for Christmas. Who knows, along the way I may do some littler kits or something like that, just depending on what I'm making and if there's something that strikes me or not. But for the most part, this is probably going to be it for Christmas, this one and the next one I'm going to show you. This one is called Sweet Christmas Wishes, and if you follow me on Instagram, you probably saw this on Friday, or this weekend, I can't remember, whatever, but anyways, part of it, I didn't, show every page yet, so I'm going to show you every page now. There's 23 pages, so it's sort of a nod to Holly Hobbie Christmas kind of thing. They're just these adorable children for Christmas. So there's that one. I kind of consider this maybe a center page so that you can see the whole thing really well. And then these two cutie pies. I just loved the little, I'll call them dolls for lack of another term, the little kids, but you can see they're here on the pages of the nice snowy house, Christmassy house. And this is like a little Christmas village or residence area. And there's one of the little kids there, and they're kind of like bringing each other little gifts, and a lot of them look like hand wrapped, or I don't know, they're just adorable. So I just had to do something with them when I found these cute little images. And I did not draw these are computer generated. So that's that one with those two cute girls. And this little girl looking at the church, and she's bringing holly into the church to decorate, probably for Christmas. And then a little shop where they're shopping. He's so cute. He reminds me so much of one of my son's friends when he was a little boy, obviously not anymore, but yeah. I mean, when I saw that, that's all I could think of. So cute. Adorable, adorable. These two girls. So see these, when they're folded like this, you'll have a little girl or a little boy on each page. And then a cute little stripy background with some like pine vines or branches, geez, and like holly or whatnot, and some cute colored stripes there, and then some candy cane stripes, and a check pattern just for background, or tearing up for collage or whatever. Some holly and pine, some hot cocoa or sweet treats, and then there's lots of fussy cuts, so lots of the little kiddos in different sizes. And then I have another page of those. I don't know how I got them separated from each other, that are a little bit bigger, because some of those are kind of tiny, but sometimes you need a tiny one, sometimes you want a little taller one. I don't know. I tried to just give you a variety of things, and some birds, holly, trees. These are more like journaling cards. These could be little decorations to put on pockets. And then there's 2 pages of the tags and journal cards. So there's the first one with the houses. And I left these ones a little more blank, because then I thought, you can decorate them how you want. These ones have the kids on there, so that's that. And I printed those on cardstock. These are printed on my Southworth, this natural color paper. And this is what I was going to say. I've done 2 of these per page in this kit and the next Christmas kit, because I was seeing most people that are using them are shrinking them and doing like 2 little pockets on a page or something like that. So I just shrunk them for you. And then number 10 window envelope cover that, as you know, does not have to go over a window envelope. You can just cut these windows out and use them however you want. Use them as a page in the journal. If you wanted to, you could cut that out so you can see through it and turn it into a page, or you can, you know, fold it there, cut it a little shorter and turn it into a pocket. I mean, there's a lot of things you can do with that, just like you would with an envelope, essentially. So that is that kit. It is 23 pages, and it is called Sweet Christmas Wishes. And all my digital downloads right now in my shop are 30% off, including these two that I'm showing you. So even though they're the new ones, they're still 30% off. Okay, the next one is kind of long time coming, or I've been looking, I think it's been 1 or 2 years for images, and just struggling and not finding anything I like. Every year I was trying to put out a reason for the season digital download with the nativity type images and things like that, and just did not find what I wanted last year. So this year I finally found some stuff I like. I love these Victorian scrap, sort of, for lack of a better term, like the old German scrap backgrounds, like vintage Valentines, all those kind of things. That's kind of the look we have here. And so there's the angel, the nativity type scenes, but in with all these roses and things. And I tend to do this with the reason for the season kits. They don't tend to be super Christmassy. Like, I don't do red and green usually. For some reason, when I think of the nativity and that kind of thing, even though it wasn't this way, it wasn't all flowery and all of that, it just, that's what comes to my brain. Maybe it's because I grew up in an old town that had a Catholic church with the old stained glass windows, and we went to that church, and they were just super ornate and fancy. And so I guess, and that church was built during the Victorian era, and so I feel like that has influenced my imagination of how I visualize the nativity. And of course that's going to be different for everybody, so this is just how I envision it. So there's that page, and then there's the baby Jesus there. I just love this. And this may not be for everybody, and I get that. It's just, I just think it's so pretty with all the nods to the Victorian era. There's this one with the baby Jesus there, and a little frame you could write in. Lots of flowers and angels and the like. I don't have donkeys or camels or any of that, but there are the 3 wise men there. And then I love that. So beautiful. And this one is also, so that you see when these are folded, that side would have that in your journal, and the next side would have that. And then just, I did one with the bird. So like a lot of these you could use in a lot of other journals too, not just this one. And then with the butterfly, that's another kind of good mid-page. Same with the baby Jesus one. And then this is more of maybe something you could write on those sides. And same with this one, more writing. And then there's, I'm not sure how that one ended up there, but there's all kinds of ephemera. I didn't do particular pockets and tags, that kind of thing, but there's lots of this sort of stuff in here that, you know, these could be used as a journaling card. These could be used kind of like tags or belly bands. You know, those tag clusters that we've been working on with the fabric hanging out, you could do something like that along the side of a page. I mean, there's loads of things. This would be a great either journaling card or a pocket. So, you know, you can use them how you like. And there's lots of background pages, just pretty kind of florals and lace, things like that. Another lace. And this one's real simple, but nice because you can write on it. This is great to like back the other pages with. And here's more of the ephemera. This would be a great belly band in a journal. But a lot of this, obviously, you can use in multiple different types of journals. So, all those, and the flower trim there that could go along a page. And lots of fussy cuts, like always. angel fussy cuts and flowers. And more journaling cards or pockets. You can turn these into pockets as well. I love that. That's totally, you know, the Victorian scrap style. Same with that baby Jesus there. And then these are, again, journaling cards or pockets. Tucks, whatever. And then I did the 2 envelopes again, obviously in different prints, but you get 2 of the, they're supposed to be CD envelope covers, but nobody uses them for that. So I'm like, I'm just going to shrink them. And then here's the number 10 window envelope cover. Okay, so that kit has 25 pages. So lots of creative juices there, or whatever, inspiration, I guess you could say. So those 2 are in the shop now, and like I said, all the digitals are 30% off. So, including the Autumn 1910, which we're going to work with today. So what I have here is, this was just a standard envelope. I don't even know what size this envelope is, and I don't have my ruler here. But you know, those little, they're not as long as like a business envelope, but they're just the white ones. And you can see there's the, what do they call that? So you can't see into the envelope. The security design on it, whatever. Anyways, I can't think of words for some reason. So I've just taken and cut the flap down so that it turns into just a little flap to hinge it onto the journal page. And inked it all over, added some coffee dyed, actually this is walnut stain, the Tim Holtz Distress Oxide walnut, on there, and sprayed with water, and so it gives you that sort of like coffee dyed look. And then I have put another piece of plain paper in here, trying to cover up all that blue and to strengthen it just a little bit. And I put a piece of the really thin dictionary page that my sister, what do you call that? Jelly plate printed. Yeesh, with the leaves. So you can see all the leaves in there. You can see them a little bit in here. And then I'm also going to hinge this tag, which is from my Spill and Tea digital. So it'll open like that. It'll hinge like that, and then this will hinge to a page and go like that. So I do need to still cover this. That's as far as I got. I was just playing around on Friday afternoon. And then never came back all weekend, so I just had other things going on. I was actually working on that Reason for the Season digital. Once I found images I liked, I just went to town, and my husband could barely get me away from that all weekend. So that's what I did. I just got excited. I love those. I love vintage Victorian Valentine's or Christmas cards or any of it. Okay, I jumped right into that, and I didn't say hugs and blessings. So hugs and blessings to Tracy, Mr. and Mrs. Helm, and Luann. Thank you guys for your kind comments and your support of my channel, my shop. I really appreciate you very, very much. And a huge super thanks to Sandy and Kathy. Thank you guys so, so much. I really appreciate you for grabbing a super sticker. Very kind. So all I'm going to do is put some glue onto my envelope back here and put that piece of coffee dyed paper on this and trim it down. And I don't know why I was thinking I needed to put so much paper on this, but I mean, technically, I guess you wouldn't have to cover that. You could just leave it like it is if you wanted, but I, of course, can't ever do it. I just have to cover all the stuff. All the stuff has to be covered. But you can choose to do yours however you like. What you guys up to? Anything fun and exciting? Did you do anything fun over the weekend? I know it's, yesterday was Monday, and I sound like it's Monday, but to me it is Monday. So, anyway, that's why I didn't show you those digitals yesterday's, because they weren't quite ready to go. Well, for my video, my Monday video is what I mean. Because I worked on the one all weekend, so. But I'm very excited at how that turned out. I just love it. Love, love it. But like I said, I love that Victorian era stuff. That and the Edwardian clothing, my favorites. So, which obviously they're one right after the other. Just a matter of time, right? Those are my favorites. I love the Victorian eras. Like I said, the cards and Valentines and all those kind of things. They're the old Christmas ornaments that are handmade using the Victorian scrap. I absolutely just love. So yeah, always been a fan of all that. Alright, so that will close like that. Or no, like this. I'm like, wait, something's wrong still. So that will be the back, but a writing spot. So, don't want bubbles. No bubbles. That's the only thing when you use, like, this is coffee dyed paper. It wrinkles, you know. And a lot of people iron it, but I don't hardly iron clothes, so the chances of me ironing paper are like 0. A big old 0. Not happening. I mean, I do have to iron my husband's clothes sometimes for work, and that is... ugh. So, yeah, don't do it very often. My niece is doing good. Just sitting very still. I've been on bed rest, so I can feel her pain for sure. I always would go into preterm labor at 24 weeks. Both times. So I was on bed rest both times. I was fine once I was on bed rest. You know, I didn't have a problem again after that. My daughter was born a month early, but my son was a week late. So there you go. And I was gigantic. And by gigantic, I mean gigantic. He was 9 pounds, 2 ounces. And I'm one of those really short upper body people. So that was a lot. But worth it. Both very much worth it for sure. But I feel her pain on the sitting still thing. I don't sit still very well. And I had Aiden with my son. That was another interesting thing, trying to keep her occupied and stay on bed rest all day. And not being able to pick her up. Alright, so I'm going to let that dry pretty good before I try to fold that. It doesn't have to be folded right this second anyway. And, oh, I was going to attach this in. Such a ding-dong. I really want it on the inside. I don't want it on the outside. Sorry. We're just going to put a little... Yeah, that'll be as long as that side, so that'll work just fine. Oh, this one will work too. Whatever. Just making a hinge. Yeah, I wanted it inside the pocket rather than outside the pocket. Not that it would hurt it to be outside. That's not how I wanted it. I'll probably regret it because I probably won't get it glued down right, and then I'm trying to figure out how I want to do this. Can you tell? Let's see. I don't know why these things get me all twisted up in my brain. It's like, which way do I need to go? I can't tell. So yeah, we had a nice weekend, just sort of obviously hanging out at home since I was doing a digital all weekend, but it was fun. Watched football on Friday. We went down and went to like a homecoming parade thing for my daughter. The last band, you know, hoorah. Well, not the last one, because they'll have a senior night too and stuff. But anyhow, I went down to that. It was fun to see the kids, all the sororities and fraternities and all that, make floats, and they act crazy. And then the band comes, and yeah, they were fun. They were having a lot of fun, which is awesome. I love it. Okay, so I'm going to glue it like that. I'm going to glue this part first. And what I really want to make sure is I get real good along the edges and these corners. And then we took Aiden and her friend to dinner afterwards, and that was fun. One of her roommates that's also in band. Pretty sure her other roommate was working that night. Yeah, it's weird for her to be done with band. She's kind of like, she's super happy at one point and sad at the other, you know? It's one of those bittersweet sort of. It's a lot of work, like a serious amount of work and time goes into that. You all know, if you have kids in sports or band or whatever, it definitely takes time and effort into all the things. But anyway, so on one point she's happy, on another she's sad. Let's see, I want to make sure this is down, because we don't want our tag getting all caught up on it. Now we'll glue this again, hopefully for the last time, but who knows. At least I remembered before I let it sit too long. I mean, see, it wouldn't have been a huge thing to have it on there, back here, but that's not how I wanted it. So now that flips open, and then this will hook on the page and flip open and closed. And voila! Now we've got to decorate it. As you can see, I have some lovely ladies over here that I think we'll use. Also have a sunflower. This is from my Porch Prints. And I might just go ahead and plunk that up there. I know it's a little odd, but we'll kind of put it behind her hat, so maybe it won't be so obnoxious. And then maybe like a label or something would be good, huh? Hold on just a minute, I gotta find those. Okay, rather than a label, I forgot, my autumn posters. They're old posters autumn is what the digital is called. Old posters autumn. And it's just all kinds of old posters that they made back in the late 1800s, early 1900s. And I just did them up sort of like labels. And you can print them bigger or smaller, you know, just play with your printer or the print to size app or whatever. But this is how I printed them. And I'm not even sure the exact size, because these ones were actually already, I found them in my stash. Printed already. So we're going to use that. And these, like I said, my Spill and Tea Digi, they're just simple sort of collaged background tags, which are very nice for many projects because they're just a neutral. A little grungy, but that's okay. All right. So I think what I shall do, I kind of want those to maybe overlap each other a little bit. I want to see the August. That's what it was. Just out August. Because that's kind of fun, right? Maybe I'll just glue it on and then fiddle around with placement, and I'll trim off whatever's hanging off the tag. Just sort of going to set this over here. Oh, maybe. Put it right on that glue like a dingling. How do I do that all the time? Honestly. I don't want to cover the lady. I don't really care if some of the words get cut off. Get off a little bit of that glue that I managed to glop everywhere, like always. I think you'd learn after doing this for as long as I have, but nope. I don't. Okay. So yes, I know I didn't start from the beginning with that envelope, but I had actually no intention of doing it on camera at all. I just was playing around on Friday and then never finished it. So I'm like, I'll finish that first and then we'll move along to something else. Beautiful. I don't know what I'm going to put inside of there, but we'll cut that little bit off. And I don't know, maybe a pocket on that inside part. Oh, I don't like that. Didn't even realize I did that. The problem is if I cut a V in it, it's going to look weird on this side. I guess I'll just leave it since you don't really notice it a bunch up there. Okay, so this can be for writing. This, though, because it's darker, kind of needs a little something maybe. So let's see what we got. Where's my envelope of goodies? Oh, I could use one of these. As kind of a little tuck spot maybe. And do I like that one? I really like these as tuck spots. They're just kind of a good size for that. I thought I had a different one out. Guess not. I'll use that one. I like it. Ink it up a little. And I'll just ink this up. I'm actually going to go ahead and back it. I'm going to back it with this book page. I'm sorry if there's bad words. I noticed there were some on this book. It's just a dollar store book. And I don't know why they have so many bad words. But it'll just help strengthen that a little bit so it's not so floppy. And it will allow it to be written on still. Obviously not a big note, but a little note. And you could do it a doubled over piece too that flips open. That would give you even more writing space. I think I printed these tinier when I did this printing. And then see, you can still write on the back with the book page there. And we're just going to glue, you know, along the one side so that I can glue it down. A nice little bit. And I don't know yet what I'm going to put inside of it. I did not get that far. But I have another idea that I want to play around with. I will probably print a tag. I'm out of a lot of the tags. Of course not. Yeah, I'll have to print something. But I like that. That's fun. And it'll look neat hooked onto the page. Okay, now what we're going to do is play with some of our background paper and make simple envelopes. Nothing difficult. You guys steal the cutter. He's laying in the sunbeam with his head on the cutter. All right, so what I think I'm going to start with is half of this page. So 5.5. Actually, I might go a little, like 1 tick less than 5.5 because I want it to sit on the page as a pocket. Okay. And then we're not doing anything earth-shaking with it. It's got, I put some of that lace pattern from the new Christmas digital, the reason for the season. Words. My goodness, today. What is my problem? It's bad. That didn't print perfectly, but okay. So what we're going to do is just fold up a lip. And I do my envelopes kind of backwards. And then I fold this part down longer rather than the other way around. Because I like to have this larger space to decorate. And then when you open it, you've got a nice little tuck spot, but you can also see what's in there. And you're not fighting with trying to grab whatever's in there to pull it out, if you see what I mean. So that's the way I like to do them. But you can do them in any way you like. So the first thing I want to do is put a thumb notch here. I might actually strengthen this a little because it is just copy paper. hit the light bulb. Yeah, everybody kind of does their own version of envelopes. I just like them like this because they're easier to get the stuff in and out of. And with the longer flap over the front, you don't have to worry as much about it flapping open or anything like that. And you can do gussets on the side. I'm not gonna, but you can do it however you want. I don't know, that's probably about 1.5 inches fold or so. It doesn't really matter. You can make it any size that you want, width-wise, the whole 9 yards. It's up to you. Okay, I'm going to attempt to cut a thumb notch, even though this is wet. We'll see how it goes. My spastic hand will allow it. Okay. So that will make a little tuck spot, and we'll put this lovely lady in there. And that is also in the kit. I just kind of want to put something along the edge there, maybe. Like that. I don't know what I want to do, you guys. See, this is why I usually try to make a plan, because I'm a disaster on my own. That's not long enough. This is... Put this along there. Without the red, and it got snipped. Some crochet trim. Be pretty. It didn't print perfectly along that edge down there at the bottom. That's like kind of discolored a tiny bit. I don't like that. And then I can run a stitch along here too as another little added bonus with that. What else are we going to put on there? Don't know. Some pumpkins. And some book page maybe, because it's kind of hard to see those. Oh, there's another lady. I don't think she'll fit though. Oh, I wonder if this tag will fit. Probably not, huh? It's probably not long enough. I mean, I think it'll fit width-wise. It's one of the collaged ones. Oh my goodness. Why you gotta be like that? I think it is good. Yep, perfect. That solved that problem. I don't think this one will fit in there. It's too tall. I could use that inside. Maybe one of these inside. I don't want the more Halloween-ish ones. October 4th. I like that one. Yeah, I think I printed that batch out a little bit smaller. So that's what we're going to do. I'm going to put some old book page back behind there. I'm going to put my inker. else? No. That's what I need, is that piece of paper that has all the different. Got my little bucket of pieces from this kit and other pieces. This page. This one. Probably would have been better if I used the tear roller, huh? Some days, well, most days really, but you know, what are you gonna do? A little bit of this and a little bit of that. So it's going to go right about the edge of that paper. I got to get some pumpkins. You know, I just like to have a few sitting around. I don't really carve them anymore or do any of those kind of things, but I like them out on the porch. They just look nice. Happy little orange things. In that way, I like orange. Like, I love fall and I love pumpkins and all of that. But only certain things should be orange, I guess. And it doesn't belong on my body at all. I can go with like a peach or something like that's fine. A lighter orange, but not very dark orange. Actually, it's really just that cone orange that gets me. And I'm going to stitch along there. Obviously, I'll open the flap and stitch it. I'm sure that was obvious, but I just like to make sure I'm clear. Okay, so that's good. And then we'll close this up. And that little bit of weight from that lace, too, will also help that pocket stay down so that it's not flipping around in the journal, which could drive a person crazy, right? This person anyway. Okay, I'm going to back these and then we shall be done for the day. I'm probably make another one of these envelopes, but I think you guys get it. But that's how we do it. Gotta find something to back all these things with. I know my sister had some of these. See, she comes over and plays with my jelly plate. But she rolled some. Oh yeah, these kind of roll-off pages are great for backing tags and things, because I got some color, and I think she did use paint on some of these. We usually just do the Distress Oxides, like that's definitely Distress Oxides and then bubble paper with the leaves. Yeah, they come out really cool. Look at that. That's really cool. And that one's really good. That would be a great page. See, if she would have done these before I put the pages in the journal, I would have put them in. Because they're super fun. But I can use definitely this one. I just want to try, oh, she did both sides. I like this with the texture a little bit more. Not go on there, Amy. Kind of just, I don't want it to go right to the edge because there isn't really anything at the edge. And then we'll just put these above. And we'll have a little envelope all full of goodies. Cute with their little cat. I could have put that one closer to that one, huh? I don't know why I did that. Don't mess it up. Yeah, so when you're doing joy prints, don't get rid of your, you know, the pages you roll your roller on if you do that. Some people just put it on the ones that they've printed or whatever. But anyway, you can use them too. Use all the goodies. Okay, what'd you do with your scissors? In 2 minutes for that. Problem is the stack of paper I have over here that we're using right now. I just cleaned these scissors the other day and I just realized they're all sticky again with whatever. Glue. It's always the glue. So I hope you guys like those Christmas kits. I know they're not like super duper. Well, the one's pretty Christmassy, but with the kids. Because it's reds and greens and all that. But I do have other Christmas kits in my Etsy as well. I've got Santa ones and the mushroom one, Mushroom Christmas from last year, and the black and white Christmas from last year. That's another really good Santa-ish one. I just love doing those Reason for the Season ones when I can find images and things I like. I love that Victorian paper art type look. Yeah, those look pretty good on back, huh? Fun, fun. I have had questions on this journal. This journal was spoken for before I even knew what I was going to do. So, I'm sorry. And I know I'm not very quick and I don't make multiples. That's just, I try, but I'm not very fast at this project. I would love to have a journal for everybody, believe me. That one will go in there, as will these. This lady is quite fabulous in her gigantic hat. Quite fabulous indeed. All right, so that will go on a page, and this will go on a page. I can probably fold this, maybe. It's always scary. Come on. See, it wants to come undone right there. It's right next to me. How did I miss that whole bit right there? Who knows? let us look at our journal. And see where we want to put these. And I'll, like I said, I'm probably going to make another envelope to go somewhere. It's the middle where I'm lacking, and that happens because I tend to stick stuff at both ends for some reason. Maybe a good spot for the ladies. I think the ladies are on the other side of this page. Oh, I've got it going that way, huh? So it has to go this side, which would be fine. And then what you can do is on this, like this side, I could put something else along here to cover that up, to decorate it up a little bit. Not that you have to. You can also just have it the way it is, but yeah. I'm thinking now, do I want something to hold that? I think it'll be all right. And the advantage is you can open this and still use this page to write on. So you're not, even though you're decorating up a page, you're not taking away writing space, which I know is always a big bugaboo. So you can fix that by having the flaps, the flips and the flaps. Yeah, Amy. Get some control over your hands, lady. There's a little opening right there, too. I want to glue that envelope before I glue it in, but I guess we can find where we'd like it. And like I said, I probably will put a piece of lace or something there. But see, this will open all the way, and you won't have to worry about... Sorry, I did not get that very straight there. Oh no. It's straight with the rest of the page, so I don't want to mess with it because I'm afraid I'm just going to make it worse. Probably put something in there too. I'm not going to mess with it because it's wet, but I will play with it more in a moment. Okay, and then this one. Oh, I didn't show you guys this. This is an Edith Holden, you can't see it, Edith Holden page out of, I have a little Edith Holden book, and I just hooked it onto the ledger. You know, I had the flaps folded over because they were too long. So this is the ledger flap folded over. I put a piece of paper over it to turn it into a flap like that. So it's a pocket, and glued the Edith Holden page onto the back, but it flips all the way open. But you can still see all the writing and stuff, which I love about those. So I don't know where I want to put the envelope. Ooh, it is almost, it's too long for that music page. Is it going to be too long for all the pages? Because I cut it less. Oh no, it's good on this page. It looks pretty on that old color. That's from my 1920 something digital. It's fun to use all different kits when you got them. Okay, I think I will put that there. I like the lace next to the lace. And so what you can do is just glue side and other side and bottom, and you'll have another pocket to put something in. You kind of want to err on the side of getting closer to this edge of the page than the middle, because otherwise you're going to get everything all stuck in the middle, and you don't want to do that. So just try to keep it over to that side. Especially because I put lace along the bottom here. We want our book to close. And we also want this to open. Oops, we don't want to open it yet. It's not glued down all the way. I'm doing great with the glue today. You need to stop messing with stuff. Glue it and leave it, because it will get messed up. Okay, so I think that's all I got for you today. Thank you so much, you guys, for joining me and all your wonderful, nice comments, and just, it's just been lovely. I kind of like this cat here. That's from my Cat's Meow. I cannot remember the name of that. It doesn't want to go back there, because there's a little piece of glue stuck. Yes, I like the cat. I will put the cat in there. We'll ink it a little, maybe around the corners. Fabulous. All right, guys, I hope you have a wonderful rest of your evening, and we will chat again soon. Love you guys. Bye.